I guess
I'm going to ask a question, but I'm having a hard time sort of freezing it up the way that I want it to come out, so bear with me. From the slide previous, when you listed out the differentiators, how consumers they have so much available to them. At what point, or talk about when is too much information causing the problem, where your John Deere example, they're coming in saying, I want this tractor, when in reality they're more inclined to buy a different tractor. What about the people that are going on saying, all right, there's so much information here, I know that I don't need any John Deere tractor, but John Deere would like to have a conversation with them, I'm sure, to say, no, wait, come back, because we gave you too much.
It's a challenge. Dan Burris is a futurist. I love he talked about this. He said you got to look at the hierarchy of data. They said the first level of information is you have data. The problem is that's just raw data. If you process the data, you get information. If you process the information, you get awareness. If you process awareness, you get direction. And if you process direction, you get focus. So one of the questions to ask is, okay, what is your sales force helping your customers do to deal with all this raw data that they can't control, but is happening and is bombarding this customer? How do we get to position ourselves so they actually trust us, so that they will allow us to help us define and input this and help them sort through and decipher what's happening at those bottom levels? The problem to do that is we got to validate ourselves with our customers before they'll even let us do that. And to do that, we have to validate ourselves that we can help them with that information. The problem is most salespeople don't position themselves as information and data processing experts to help their customers. Let us help you sort this information out is not usually the lead of a sales call. When they walk into a customer, it's usually the first thing they're talking about. Products. What do you need? What's coming up? What can I help you with? What are you looking for? Instead of saying, how are you sorting through all this information and how are you prioritizing what you need and how do you decide when it's better to pay a higher price to get a lower total cost? Part of it is the positioning. Is the sales rep positioning themselves as a trusted advisor, or are they positioning themselves as an order taker or a deal communicator? Look how many sales reps want to come in and the first thing the customer says is, what's going on this month? And they say, well, we've got 3 specials running. If they lead with that, how likely is the customer to let them help them process their information? They're not positioned properly. The reality of selling today is I believe that 80% of the outcome of a selling call or a selling relationship is determined in the first 20% of the selling relationship. Think that's true in your business? 80% of the effectiveness of a sales rep and what's going to happen on a sales call and the success and results of that sales call will happen in the first 20%. How effective are your salespeople in positioning the first 20% of what they're doing and what they're saying to a customer is going to determine the outcome of the call or the process that's involved.